Hi, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be recreating this look on this eye, and you guys got to guess the palette. Now for clues for this palette, it's going to be a little hard, and I really don't know what to say about it. Honestly, like a lot of them are the same, you know what I mean? Travel friendly, easy to store, these are all the same, and like I don't want to give it away, but yet so many palettes could be that it's like you got to give something, or it could be anything, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get started. The first shade we're going to go into is this pinky salmon color. I really like this color. It's kind of different. Like, I started thinking like the sultry palette almost has it, but not like the. It's not as bright, I don't think, as a shade. But it is. They are close. And we're gonna start with this shade, because anything that's pinky, peachy, corally, I'm kind of gonna put in a look if I can. Like, I have to. It's just who I am. I absolutely adore colors like this. So I apologize if you hear my neighbor's lawn mowing, a dog bark, or birds. I can't control any of those things. But I was waiting to film until it quieted down a little bit, because it was quite loud, to be honest. And there was no way I was getting that out of the background at all. It's hard enough if I have the AC on to, do anything about that. So, but yeah, I waited as long as I could anyway. But look how pretty that color is. One dip in, and it's just such a pretty shade. I really do love this shade. It blended beautifully, like no problems. Where did that mirror go? Because I think of course it's over there, and I can't use that mirror, so what am I going to do? Could I use this one? Maybe. I might be able to use this one. I'm not big on using magnified mirrors. I don't need to see all my wrinkles. I really don't. Or pores. Like, I'm just... I understand what where my flaws are. Like, I don't need that up close and personal, because I can't, do nothing about that. I'm getting older. It is what it is, I'm okay with it, but I don't need to see it, like, right up, like, right up on it, because, like, I can see every little, like, under my eyes, and my pores, wrinkles, laugh lines. Like, I don't need to see all that. And I'll sit there and pick myself apart. I'm that type of person too. And I don't like that about me, but I do it. So, knowing that I am like that, I kind of stay away from anything that will, have me doing that. Like, oh, I just dropped that palette right on my lap. That's nice. That's nice. I don't think that's going to come out of these khaki pants, but hey. All good, all good. Alright. We are going to take that same shade and run it under the lower lash line. Honestly, what I need to do is clean this area up, and then it'd be a lot easier for me. I wouldn't be, I could lay the palette down and not juggle it across my leg type of thing, But no, no, not me. That would be way too easy. And then, honestly, the eyeliner I used by ColourPop, Good Reef, it kind of really goes with this look in a way. Because it brings out, because this peachy color, or pinky peachy, whatever you want to call it, salmon, it kind of becomes the background, but that eyeliner kind of pulls it forward again too. It's kind of cool. When I applied it, I was like, uh-oh. But the more I sat there and looked at it, I was like, okay. Maybe not that bad. Maybe not as bad as I thought. I think I need to be moving a little faster though at going through everything because stuff's going bad and I need to get rid of it. That's the next shade we're going to go into. It's like a dark brown, almost like a black brown, really, to be honest. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what it kind of looks like. It's a black brown to me. I do like this palette. I will say I don't think I've used it often because there's not many marks. Yeah, no. I will say that, like I said in the beginning, the first clue, easy to travel with. This is going to be like one clue with a bunch of things. Easy to travel with, easy to store, and packaging is great. As in for the storage and for the traveling, but the artwork on it. And we're going to put this dark brown on the outer portion of my eye here. And then run it through. The next clue is, I don't hear this brand talked about much, but they don't launch like every other week either. But when they do launch like a palette or something, most people have good things to say about it. They're mostly positive reviews, I will say that. And I do see why. They're probably, I would consider them mid-grade, like Urban Decay, Tarte type of pricing. So that's where I would like put this. It's not, no, it's not considered high end, but it's definitely not drugstore pricing. Not yet, anyway. Give the drugstore another year or so, maybe, but I mean, it's nuts how stuff's just going up like no tomorrow. I mean, it's crazy to me, but that's just personally, but. And I understand it to a certain extent. Like, yes, things are going to go up. But you know, if it's only going up like no more than a quarter, great. But when it starts jumping like 50 cents a dollar, like gas is my biggest issue. And I am lucky. I know that. I am so lucky. I live in the city. So I don't have to drive, far if to go anywhere. To the grocery store, maybe 5 miles. So I'm lucky in that aspect of it. Because I don't think I could live. Like my parents, they live 45 minutes away. 35 to 45 minutes away from a store. give or take driving and traffic and stuff. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It's nice. Like, I love that kind of life because it's peaceful and stuff, but mm-mm. I have to have internet. I have to have power. Like, if it snows, no power. If it rains, no power. It's like, why? A tree goes down. That's usually what it is. But I'm just like, no, I can't do that. Nope, nope, nope. And we're talking like they ain't got power for days. I'm like, no. Now they do have a um what's that thing called that you can hook up and run it on like gas or something? I can't think of what it's called now. My fiance's not here. He would know what it is. I just can't think of it right now. But they got that thing hooked up to their house now because it's just happened so much over the years that, they have no choice. I'm just going back into that first shade. Trying to keep these as best as I can the same. So, I think I've realized why, which I don't know if I've said this yet or not. I cannot get my eyes the same because I can't see it. So, I wear glasses, but I don't wear glasses. Like, I have a prescription to wear them. I just don't wear them because, well, it messes up my makeup. Now, if I'm driving, which is rarely because I'm kind of more like driving Miss Daisy, but I've been in car accidents. Not because I don't want to drive. Like, I just don't want to drive. I don't want to be in a car. But anyway, that's another story. I'll wear my glasses if I have to drive, no matter how far it is. But I generally don't like to wear them because really the only reason is because of it putting those little things like right there, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I have tried. Now, granted, a makeup artist maybe could. I don't know. I can't. So I've just given up on that. So I just, I don't wear glasses if I don't have to. And contacts, because it's astigmatism, this is the next shade we're going to go into. I'm going to put that on the lid. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Anyway, contacts, you have to put them in just right because it's astigmatism. And, well, I'm not that good at that either. And I can't put them in. I can't take them out. I've had them before. I sucked at it. So we're going to pat this on the inner portion of the lid. Because I have fingernails too. Well, back then I didn't. So I could technically put them in and take them out. But, I have fingernails now and they get in the way big time. I've tried lately up to trying to do it, but I just can't. So anyway, that is why I think I'm having such a problem trying to like get each side correct. And I didn't realize it until the other day when my fiance had mentioned it. Like, he's like, they're close, but it's almost like every eye look here are just a little bit off. He's like, you think that would have something to do with this? And I was like, oh, maybe. Can you see that? Oh my goodness, it's like reflective. Oh, I like that shade a lot. Man, I tell you, yesterday playing with that palette, it's made me want to play with more of those palettes, and now that I'm playing with this palette, I want to play with more of this one's palette, this brand's palette. Wow. I forget. I don't know how I forget, because really, like, how do you forget what you have? Or how good it is, I mean. But I get so caught up in, like, my Pat McGrath. We're going to go into this shade next. My Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona. Look at that. Now this one was a little more chunkier than this one. This one's much more smoother and meltier. So I don't know why, but it is. Maybe those are more glittery, chunky, and this one's more of a satin. But we're just going to put it on the outer portion of my lid here to keep it a little bit dark out here. But anyway, what was I saying? How easily I forget. I don't know if that's age or like just concentration. I really don't. I can be talking about something and just completely forget what I was talking about. Which I don't mind myself, but what bothers me with that is that somebody else could be talking to me. And I'll be listening. And if something catches my attention, or if somebody interrupts whatever that person was saying, I forget what that person was saying myself. And then when they pick back up, I'm like, what? Because I had done forgot. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just age or what, but it's playing its number on me. I'll give you that. Alright. So I put this on the outer portion here. This is a very pretty color. I bet you could almost use that shade like a matte and even blend it out because it is so smooth. I really want to play with this palette again so bad, like right now, because I think that some of these shades could do so much more than what they're doing. Like, I really do. Alright, so we're going to go back into that darker shade that I used right here, this one here. And I'm going to line my bottom lash line and top lash line. But anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but anywho. Oh, lordy. I'm getting old. I don't know. Well, I don't think that's it. I think I'm just getting tired. That's what I think. And I need to just almost like chill. And I thought by the time I hit this age, I would be done. Like, I'd have an empty nest. Like, 20 years ago, I thought this. Because I had my second child then, and I wasn't planning on having any more. But I was blessed with 2 more because God had different ideas. And I am okay with that. Truly. But I'm tired. And I think it's starting to take its toll mentally. And I find it crazy because honestly, seriously, in all honesty, like, I'm not one of them parents to put blinders on, right? My kids are really good. They really, really are. All of them. Have they made mistakes? Sure. I don't know if they made mistakes, but they've made hard choices. And they took the hard path on those choices. But they've risen above it, you know what I mean? But, like, I do have really good kids. Even my 2 littler ones, they're well-mannered, they listen. Do they fight it with each other? Yeah, that's probably their downfall. And one's not very good in school while the other one excels, but maybe a little too much, takes a little bit too seriously, you know what I mean? For her age, like, because she's the baby. So the baby takes everything very seriously. And the other one, it just is like a laid back. But, like, I know that I am blessed and all that, you know? But I'm still tired. And I think that's okay. I think. I mean, maybe it's not. Because I'll be honest, I see other parents out there just thriving, and then I'm sitting here like, huh. And then I start to feel bad. But then I'm like, well, I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst. So I just am who I am, and I hope that that's enough, for my kids. And so far with my first two, it's been good. But I do get worried because, like, my first two will even say to me at times, like, you're not the same mother I had. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, you would have done this, this, and this if I would have done what they did. And I'm like, would I have though? But then I'm like, yeah, I think I would have. I think they're right. Like, I'm getting more and more lenient the older I get for some reason. And I don't know why. But, well, again, I think it's because I'm tired. And that's not fair to them. But at the same time, it's like, in all honesty, they're still doing good. So, really, am I doing bad? I don't know, y'all. I'm just rambling. Life's got me thinking. Age has got me thinking, really. That's a pretty color, y'all. I'm only putting it right there in my inner corner. It's almost like it's a shifty shade, really. Let me swatch it. Let me try to get a clean finger here to swatch it for you. Alright. Did it pick up any? Can you see it? Barely. This one's... maybe it's more like a topper. I don't know. It's kind of like very smooth. Almost like the shade I put over here, but yet the lid shade is very chunky. But yet at the same time, that's got a lot of, but it's got a lot of glitter. This one's smooth with a lot of glitter, where the other one, this one here is one I just put on my inner corner. See how it's like white, pink? I don't know. It's different. Anyway, this one here has got a lot of glitter to it, but smooth on the touch, like this one here. This one here is very chunky, but it lays down very smooth, as you can see. And I didn't get too much fallout, to be honest, considering how chunky it was. I really did think I'd get a lot more than I did. And then, of course, those two are matte, so there's really not much to talk about there. Alrighty. I dropped my mirror. Let me grab it so I do not pick up this palette when I go to do my mascara. Alright. Do I have both eyes the same? Yes, I do. I got this mirror free in the mail from Ulta for their salon, and I don't understand that. I mean, I'm grateful that Ulta, sent me something. That's great, but I don't know why. Because, like, I used to be a diamond member with them. I mean, I spent a lot of money. And now they won't let me shop online for some reason. I have argued with them. I've done everything. And whatever reason, it's like they shut my account down online. Now I can go in store and shop all I want. But not online. I'm like, all my purchases are done online. Now, I know I am a small fish compared to what other people probably buy in your store. But it's like you would still think you'd want my money. But they don't at all. So I'm like, alright. So I haven't shopped with Ulta in a long time. I mean, I may go in their store maybe 3 times a year. Maybe. And I hate that because I do think Ulta has better point system than Sephora. But I do love my Sephora because they do carry the brands that I do gravitate more to be honest. We're going to use the Bite Beauty Mascara for the top lashes. I guess I gotta throw that lawless one away because it's obviously no good. It's just I have so much fun playing with it or making a mess. Because generally every time I open it, I'm dropping a piece or making a mess with it. But it is kind of fun, especially when it does get all stretchy. I'm a child, I know. I love this mascara. And you know what, of course, it's no longer around. It's kind of like the Marc Jacobs mascara. Love it, but of course, it's not around anymore. Ooh, kind of chunky. Let me separate that. But man, does this ever give you blackness, volume, like, oh, messed up, length. It'll even give you length. You gotta mess with it a little bit, but it can give you it all if you wanted it. But I need to stop messing with it or I'll have a mess going on over here. And then for bottom lashes, I bet you can guess what I'm using. The Lancome Deaf Seals. Actually, I kind of do need to go to Ulta because I do need to buy that MAC mascara that I used to use on my bottom lashes. Because that one I do need to throw away. It is now expired. I'll have to separate those lashes in a minute. But I know that's expired because I dated it. So it's time for me to throw that one away and buy a new I'm keeping it right now just for the name because I know I'll forget the name of it. How, I don't know, but I know I will. I don't trust myself to remember it, so I'm just basically keeping it until I can go buy a new one, and then I'll throw it away. But yeah, I kind of guess I do need to go to Ulta for that. There are certain things that I have to go to Ulta for. That is why it's only 2 or 3 times a year I go, because Sephora just doesn't sell certain brands, you know? Just like certain brands that I go to Sephora for, Ulta don't carry, although Ulta's trying to carry a lot of them. This mirror's killing me. Just because I can see everything. Every little thing I can see right now. That's good enough. I gotta stop. But alright, let's clean up a little bit that's happened here. And then for the bottom lashes, we're going to use the Lancome. We're done. Did I give 3 clues? I mean, kinda. Alright, let's see. This is the final look using the palette. I really like this palette, y'all. I do. I like the formula, like the color selection that's in it. I mean, there's not much I can say. Yeah, there's going to be some fallout if you don't spray your brush or if you don't have a glitter glue for a couple of these shades, but who cares when it looks like that? Look how shiny that is. Hello? I mean, that could be a Pat McGrath. Tell me that. I mean, tell me. Seriously, could that not be a Pat McGrath shadow? For real, for real? Yes. So, let's see. First clue, it's compact. It's easy to travel with, as in size, and the packaging is sturdy. It's easy to store because of size. That was all one. Second, the artwork on it. Oh my goodness, the artwork. Not only is it colorful, but it actually almost reminds me of a Pat McGrath, to be honest with you. Well, kinda. Let's not get too crazy. It's not, But, I mean, I think this eye look is almost like a Pat McGrath, to be honest with you. So, I mean, do you not think that? Like, Mothership... One of those motherships have got this coral type shade in it. I know it does. What is it? Is it Utopia? Or is it Rose 2? One of them has this. But, like, this is easily a Pat McGrath. Shadow could be, palette. It's not, but it could be. These are the shades that I did use that are in the palette, so that's your third clue. That's how we're doing this. It's so hard. If I give you a number, it's going to give it away. Like, there's certain things that, like, I'm like, oh, that's definitely going to give it away. Because, like, then it's going to limit it down a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Where this is leaving it open for anything. Oh, and it's mid-range. That was another clue, too. It's mid-range. So there's a couple clues. There's all of them. So, anyway, I'm done rambling. Taking up your time. I do apologize for my rambling. It's a lot of nonsense, I know. But if you like this video, and you like rambling, and you like nonsense, by God, I'm it, okay? But give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. Guess the Paladin win. So far, 2 people have won. I gotta get it mailed out. Have their addresses, so hopefully everything goes fine when I go to mail these. I am so worried. One, not so much, but one, I am a little worried. Like, I hope it can be mailed, like, I hope, but I don't know at the same time, but I will find out. Like, I think it can, though. Like, I'm like 80% sure it could, you know what I mean? I mean, why couldn't? I mean, to me, we can mail to everybody, but I don't know. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay healthy and take care.